amazing.
I think we're alive. Hold on, let's see. Twitch. Are we live?
Oh wait, the thing, the
multi-stream, yeah.
Stream, multi-stream. Oh my god.
Okay, Twitch looks live. Looks okay.
Yeah, you look live to me as well.
Right. Allow, join. There we go. Okay.
Amazing. Oh god.
Hold on, turn mic off. There you go. I don't know what that was doing. I don't want to know.
No, me neither.
All right. Okay, that's live. Is YouTube alive? I didn't open any of these tabs after my restart. It looks like something's alive. Something's going.
Live technical problems right here, people.
Welcome to troubleshooting.
Welcome to the archive.
None of my shit saved. Fuck me. We're ripping in. You started the intro. You started the intro, dog. Finish the intro.
With me today, as always, my host.
Don't throw it to me when you stole my intro. Do you introduce yourself first, mister? That's how you do an intro. Sorry, let me do it while I'm troubleshooting. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Archive. This is a Cosmere podcast where we go through the Cosmere book by book. Today, we are starting the Well of Ascension after Tavius stole the ending. Or Hero of Ages. After Tavius stole the ending of Hero of Ages, or now you're fucking me up. You see what you've done? You see what you've done to us? This is supposed to be a celebration of our friendship. We get together, go through. This is the first time. This is the first time we've been reading one of these books at the same time, and this is how we're starting it.
This is the best intro by far we've ever had.
This is the Archive, where we cover the Cosmere book by book. Today, we are starting the Hero of Ages. But before we get into that, as always, I am your host, Vezin, or now we've actually got the Archive on YouTube, officially, the Archive now. Yeah. No more Tiny Hut Tales bullshit. And with me, as always, is my lovely co-host.
I'm the Pixel because as the famous still open one said, everyone deserves a the in front of their name. And the Pixel, the _Pixel_X on most places, because apparently the _Pixel was taken everywhere. So whoever you are, the Pixel, give me my username. I want it.
I'm a firm believer that whoever
has you with your life.
Pixel and Vezin, like whoever's got the OGs, they're just gone. They just made the accounts and then they left. That's my theory.
We'll never find them.
That's my big theory.
This is a while back, but someone in the Exuma Discord also goes by Pixel. Is also German. I encountered this person like forever back. I was watching Exuma's live stream with a few other people, and this guy was also in, and we were both like, "Oh my god, what an honor to meet you!" It was really fun.
But how's your week been, my friend?
Pretty uneventful, I'd say.
I guess 2 weeks actually. We got to cover. It's been 2 weeks. Well, technically we saw each other last week, but we don't exist outside of it.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say we don't. This is all our existences. Yeah, I was supposed to have a date last Friday, but he canceled because he wasn't feeling well mentally, which I get and understand. But
it's only okay if he reschedules. To be clear, if he never reschedules, it's not okay.
Which he didn't.
Yeah. So fuck that guy. That's my rule.
I did still go to karaoke and still had a good time.
Nice.
But yeah.
I've been thinking about running a karaoke night back. It's been a while.
That would be nice.
I'm not gonna lie. Nice. I wanted to practice new songs, so that way when we went back, I wasn't just running back old songs over and over again. Oh. But anything else in our 2 weeks apart?
I've become re-obsessed with One Piece.
As
we discussed in the ether. Just kind of. It's I'm back. I caught up. I caught up with One Piece.
Well, it's a good time. It's a very good time.
It's a good time to catch up with One Piece, and every time No, yeah, every time. I was gonna say, no, not every time. Every time I let One Piece sit for a while and then catch it back up again, it rots my brain
I feel like
immediately.
it's what you're supposed to do with it. It's you're supposed.
Yeah, I've now finally read God Valley, and I've caught up fully and completely, and I'm really insane about it at the minute. Oh my god, it's really bad.
Dude, it is something else. That's for sure. Especially where we are right now is just such a fucking juice. It's so much juice.
I was truly thinking about it all week, and I've been talking Skull, my roommate and best friend Skull. I was talking Skull's ear off all week about it, like in various intervals of hey, this is what I've been thinking about, and then it's been like I go to my room, I go back to theirs, I talk a little bit at them, I go back to my room, I come back, I talk at them, and this repeats for like around an hour or so until all my thoughts are out, and then I just sit here and I'm like, wow, I wish the new chapter was out.
No, I mean we've got a group chat, dog. We literally have like a dedicated group chat that we actually only use for One Piece.
We do.
I broke the rule and talked about D&D in it the other day just because we had a secret. It was
One Piece related D&D. So.
Yeah, tech r/technically correct. You know what I mean? Like it's on the edge, but also yeah.
How's your week been?
It's been pretty good. There's been some movement, some shaking in the background of the server, which has been very fun. There's some scheming and some planning happening. Which has been keeping me a little busy, which is fun. I'm not the only one with the vision for like Stroden as like a concept and a setting anymore, which is very fun.
That's great.
There's some more people with a little bit more buy-in to the vision, which is making it a little bit easier to work on stuff. You know, it's kind of, it's one of those things where it's always fun to work on a passion project, but when no one's really engaging with it, it's really tough to build that motivation. You know, you want to work on the thing that people are engaging with, right? But I also saw a post recently that was talking about like a hyper efficient ADHD worker guy out of like China, where what he does is he has two completely separate TVs or two completely separate PCs and then a TV with a snack station all at the same battle workstation set up as if each one is its own thing. And what he does is weaponize his ADHD. So he'll hyperfixate and just go super hard on task A. And then after a while, when you start to lose the steam and you're like, well, fuck, this is boring now and I don't want to do this, he just immediately pivots to task B, another productive thing, but something entirely different that he's able to engage with. And then after he does that for a little bit, gets a little tired, he goes to relaxation, goes to TV. And what I realized is this is the equivalent of like the drink gremlin girly. Have you seen this? This is that.
For hydration, for fun, and for caffeine.
Yeah, precisely. And energy, vibes, and like specifically to cool off or whatever the kaba, right? The idea of like getting the perfect mix. He's doing that with his fucking productivity. And ever since I realized, and then I remembered Sanderson. I can't even remember where I heard this. It must have been in an interview or one of like the like maybe the World Hopper video, the World Hopper Con vid we watched. There was somewhere where Sanderson talked about his process and his ability to write as much as he does. And he talks about he does it so much because he writes a bunch of different things. That's why he writes a bunch of different things. So that way he can keep himself fresh and engaged when he goes back to the things that he likes or is really focused on and wanting to do.
Yeah.
But so I've been kind of in a productivity mode, although this week work picked up a little bit. I've been riding solo at work this week. Usually I'm part of like a tag team duo. This week I've been flying solo. And so it's been like we're in a dead season and I've been kind of busy, which has been fun. You know what I mean? It's nice to not be dead, but then I'm still finishing early and that always sucks. Then I feel bad because I'm like leaving because I'm done. And I'm like, but I'm very lucky to be in that kind of position. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
So for very, very much first world problems. But work's been going good. I've been working out more. I've been keeping up on that, so that's been fun. Just keep trying to keep keep in a more, especially as I'm getting older, as I'm nearing 30 years old, undeniably.
Yeah,
there,
time moves on.
yeah, and especially I've been a big dude my whole life, so I've never been very like health conscious, health forward. So this is really the first time in my life I'm really focusing on it. I weightlifted in high school, so I got really big into weightlifting. I was still like 300 plus pounds, and I got into the 300 club where you 300 bench, 300 squat, 300 deadlift. And
wow,
that's not that impressive when that's just my body weight. That's supposed to be an impressive feat because most people who do that are under 300 pounds. So for me, it's a little cheating. It was a little bit cheating as a fat kid doing it. But I liked working out. I really liked lifting. So it's been fun getting back into that. But cardio sucks, man. Cardio is hell, and I hate it. And I know I need it. I know it's good for me. I know it makes my legs look awesome, but God, do I hate it.
No, I get that.
That's what I've been on. That's me. And then, more importantly, starting Hero of Ages today. I started this and finished this like an hour ago.
Yeah, no, I also finished this shortly before I left work. As I want to, again, I've said before, I usually start listening to, like, at least, most of the time it's like, because most of the time it's not like it's a couple of hours, not like an entire workday.
Yeah.
And I can, I usually can just like listen through it in one go.
Yeah.
Pound it out. Yeah. So I usually also don't do it first. So I also started today, and oh boy.
Dude. So I'm sure we both have very strong opinions, and I'm very confident we have very different opinions on some things. I'm so confident right now we have very different opinions.
I'm really excited, Ollie. I'm very, very excited.
So,
I'm really excited to get into it.
But before we get too into it, I did want to do a little segment before we jumped in.
Yes,
which is
you're introducing a segment.
Yeah, I mean, not so maybe I'll put a name to it eventually, but just at the top of when we actually start talking about Cosmere stuff, I want to talk about whatever Sandy stuff he released, because he's a content creator like us. You know, he puts his little,
just like us for real.
Just like us for real, dude. But he put out this little his little weekly update where he talked about some stuff. So I wanted to keep you up to date on just like what he's talking about, right? Yes. So the screen, he's basically over the last like couple months abandoned Ghost Bloods to go and write the screenplay. Right, since the Apple TV deal, he told everyone, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna put that on pause. I'm gonna go dive in and work on the screenplay." As of this video, which I believe was last Wednesday, Tuesday, somewhere in there, the screenplay is 80% done.
Oh, that's amazing.
So he's flying. He's flying through it. That's the Sandy pace. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm so excited for those fucking movies and that fucking show, Ollie.
Dude, it's so I'm so, after reading this part and knowing what we know about Stormlight 5 into Sunlit Man, there's a lot of things I want to talk about in the spoiler section. I'll leave it at that. Of please like the future, the vibes, the pacing of things. We're gonna see. So it'll be interesting. Screenplay is 80% done. He's planning to get back to Ghost Bloods in July-ish. So that means he's planning to finish the screenplay in June. He's like, probably by end. He didn't say that part, but that's what he's saying. He's like, I'm going to get back to Ghost Bloods in July, which means he'll be finished with the screenplay in June. So next month, he's planning to get that last 20 done.
God.
It's due by about December 26th for a planned December 28th release. That's the current timeline for Ghost Bloods release. So that's our deadline for getting fully caught up on Mistborn, which we're well on pace to do. Right.
We're on pace. Yeah.
December 2028. If anything, we might want to pace ourselves, maybe give Mistborn a break and then come back to it, and then give it another break and then come back to it. Yeah, so we've got options.
We've got time.
And then the last thing that I cared about, and then he talked about a bunch of live stuff. He's going to London and doing some cool pop-up events over there. So that's some of the, was it MCM? Is that what it was? Hold on. He's doing London MCM, and he's doing a speech at Oxford, which is going to be live streamed to YouTube. So that's going to be cool. So another Sandy lecture at Oxford that will be released to the public. I haven't watched all of them.
Amazing.
I've watched a good number of them. Just again, it's Brandon Sanderson.
I've got to. I want to.
I mean, if
do that at some
it's
point.
about being it's a writing. You know what I mean? It's literally a writing lecture. So it's a lot. It's fucking, and it's good stuff. It's like, as a writer, it's only improved me. I mean, just like listening to any lecture. I digress. The thing I really got excited about and really wanted to take some time for, Brotherwise Games, the people who are releasing the Stormlight and Cosmere RPGs, along with the Mistborn TTRPG that's all coming out, are releasing, or have released now. It is now out and available to the public, a new game, and it's designed for people who aren't game people. So the idea is like, you can teach someone this in like 2 to 5 minutes. They can just pick it up and start playing.
Fun.
It's called Shards of Creation, and you are playing as the individual shards, and each shard is a suit of a deck of cards.
That's amazing.
It's a trick-taking game. So if you've ever heard of the game Hearts, it's this game, you have a hand and you're like stealing cards from each other's people's hands, and you're trying to build a set, and each shard will have different powers. So you'll want to like collect different amounts of the different shards, and you'll be like stealing the bits of the shards from each other. So it's very thematic.
Cool. That's very cool.
In that, they have art for all of the shards.
No, shut up.
They have art for all of the shards. Most poignantly, they released art for 2 new shards, 2 shards that we have not had any interaction with. But funny enough, it's the last shards they have official art for. But the first shards that the Cosmere fans ever interacted with, Devotion and Dominion from Elantris.
Oh my god.
I'm going to send this over your way. I'll post this in Archive. So all of the shards have art that look like this.
Oh my god. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry. That's so cool.
No, dude. Dude. Cool. You don't know. You have no idea. So hold on. Let me pull up this one. Shards of Creation list. I can't remember. I want to find all the different one. Game. Go find the description for it. Here it is. Every shard is an aspect of divinity: autonomy, cultivation, devotion, dominion, honor, odium, preservation, and ruin.
Oh.
Each is an entirely unique suit with different values and abilities. Will you win by focusing on one shard's influence, or by forging a coalition of shards? Shuffle up a different combination each time you play, making every game a new experience. Here's the link to the Board Game Geek for you. You can go and see some of the art there as well.
I'm nuts. That's nuts. I'm nuts.
The one thing I will call out that I'm just, again, a Stormlight adjacent thing, kind of vaguely spoilers, I was a little surprised by. Odium is white and Honor is black.
I'm actually surprisingly not as surprised by that.
I thought Honor would be white and Odium would be black. I don't know why I had this vision of like, I'll be fully straight, a kind of Aryan guy. Like maybe it's because I always didn't like the guy, and that's my vision of an asshole. But like, I in my mind, Honor looked like Guile from Street Fighter. Like,
it looks exactly how I expected him to look. Can I be so honest?
Which one?
Ruin.
I don't think I've seen it. Oh yeah. Oh, so
Looks like
true.
that.
Looks like such an asshole.
He looks so awful. I love that. Actually.
Oh, that is fire. So they got
No.
they did all of the shards from the books. They did all of the shards that are actively engaged in all of the books right now. And he's gonna release the other ones when the other ones show up more in the story.
Really good.
That's good branding. You can't even be mad at that. I hate that I have to say that, but that is just good branding.
That's just really good, Ollie. That's just
goddamn Beth. Beth just yelled out. Sorry, I have to cause. Beth just yelled out from behind the green screen. Brandon Sanderson, or like branding Sanderson.
Oh my god!
They don't call
promotion.
They don't call him Brandy Sandy for nothing. All right. He earned that title. He earned that goddamn title.
That's the brand. The Sanderson brand.
Dude.
You're all weak.
So that's the big stuff from the update. That Shards of Creation, I need it. The second it's out on Tabletop Sim, I'm gonna make you play it with me.
Yes, absolutely.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
So cool.
But
that's so fucking cool. What the fuck?
Speaking of things that are so fucking cool, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude. Where was this? Where was this in the other two books? What the fuck? What happened?
Can I say that it's starting with Marsh struggle to kill himself? Was what an opening line. My first note for the prologue is just hello.
I'm sorry. I think there's a much more ominous opening line that you're missing. I am unfortunately the hero of ages from the epigraph.
Unfortunately the hero of ages, yeah.
So I want you to be so for real with me. We're gonna get immediately spoilery here because this is us. And I think it's okay because this is our journey through it and it's what we've had spoiled. Do you think you would have been able to tell just from that first epigraph who he is?
Not from the first one, but I think the later ones that we get in, I'm like because of the way he uses the I think.
Yeah, he drops the I think just like he does.
Oh yeah, I know immediately who this is.
So for sure. We know it's absolutely Sazed, right?
Obviously it's Sazed.
After the last book and listening to the last book again and knowing that Michael Kramer adjusted his voice when Tensoon killed and replaced Orshur. After I knew that Kramer did that, when I heard that voice, I was like, that's fucking Sazed. I would have known right away. That would not have been a spoiler for me. Not in the least bit.
Oh God, I am.
But
Jesus Christ,
dude. And then also, I wanted to broach the topic for. Did you catch the dedication?
Yes, for
his brother. Which I just thought this is going to be a very interesting book for you and I. People who have very difficult relationships with their brother. And we're already getting right away into some very heavy-handed brother shit. Just right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
This one's gonna be a little personal for you and I think. This one's a bit of a snipe.
Yeah.
But I'm so sorry. Please talk about go off for a little bit. I stole that from you. I just needed to talk about that first.
We get into the prologue immediately. The first line of the prologue after the epithet obviously is Marsh struggled to kill himself, and I'm like, oh my God, that hurt my heart. I was like, it's so, and we get this again later in that really short chapter 6, I think. But it's a travesty to me, and it's so interesting to be in a character's head as they're like not mind controlled, but like kind of mind controlled, but at the same time he has a little bit like still of himself in there, obviously. Like he knows when he's being taken over.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's like body, yeah.
oh,
It's like body control because it's like the chemicals
yeah,
of the brain. It's not his thoughts, right? It's thoughts being
exactly.
forced onto
Cause
him.
yeah, because Ruin can't read your thought, as we learn later.
Mm-hmm.
It's so interesting to just be in there and just it's horrifying. It is horrifying.
Well, it's
to be
also,
in there, like,
dude, it's so fucked how good he is at describing that. It's so fucked.
is.
They do such a good job. They really like put you in Marsh in a big way. Like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
dude, so mwah. So
Oh my
but
god.
I felt immediately a quality difference in this to the first two books.
Yeah, definitely,
Right?
definitely.
Like this feels like Stormlight quality. You know what I mean?
Yes. I was immediately hooked. I needed to know what happens next. And it wasn't such a slog, I feel. Like the end of the last book.
The last book, you're like desperate for it to end. You want it to end so bad. You know, when are we getting there, man? And then here,
when is it happening?
And then we get here, and dude, okay. I'll open with this statement to make my feelings known immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how Sanderson does his time skips. I think he does such a bad job of making a character's development feel good. Yeah, it's when it happens off screen, he whiffs every time. And I
agree with that.
Oh my god. Like I was trying to figure out what is the opposite of Ajax Night Stalker, because that's what Elend is now. That's I've landed on Derek Daywalker. That's what I've been referring to him as in my notes. Is Derek Daywalker.
Derek Daywalker.
It's please go. Honesty, please talk to me.
I'm first of all, for some reason this only came to me now, but it was like, oh, it's like in Stormlight where only nobility has last names. I was like, I noted that. I was like, oh my god. I don't know why I always noticed that now. I did notice that. But yeah, like Elend comes in and is the hero and is commanding and is doing the things he wasn't doing and should have been doing in the last book. And then I was like, how? Because it didn't click it to me until a few chapters later when Sazed, thank you Sazed, the goat, was like a year ago. And I was like, thank you, a year ago. On one hand, I'm like, ooh, this is kind of cool. This is like, Elend is much more an attractive man for being like a lot more competent now, but also I would have loved to see him get more competent. And like, I would have much rather this pick up a month after the last book, a week, a day, immediately after. I would have liked to see the development of how he got from freshly being an Allomancer to now being this cool badass.
Yeah, it's just now I'm cool and hot and ripped and rich.
Yeah,
and it's just getting jerked off the whole time too.
It is. It's it's in the moment I was like, "Ooh, this is pretty cool," but I'm like, I would have loved to see him and Vin train together, and then like have her having to teach him under these like extremely precarious circumstances where they don't really have a lot of time, where they have to jump into action now, and he has to learn on the go and on the job and whatever.
And then it's like slowly watching the caution leave, and now we're like at the tail end where she's like a little worried, but not really. And she's like weirdly naggy, like a TV wife.
Yeah, it's And now he jumps off his fucking horse and he's there like, and I'm Elend Venture, you're emperor. I'm like, yeah, sure you are.
For me, there's a real piece of Elend that is just dead and gone now. Like, who, for me, what you're describing as competency, for me, I'm really not reading as that. I'm reading it as like and maybe there's a part of this. This is my big theory. This is what where I'm sitting right now is they get to the well. The well was holding Ruin. Ruin went into Elend for a moment and then bailed.
Yeah.
Right? So in that moment, Elend changed. Right there. Different guy now. By the way, also timeline-wise, this was one thing I put together that also felt very jarring. So book 2 started 2 years prior to this, but ended a year prior to this. So book 2 took place over a year.
Over a year.
That I never would have guessed a year.
I would have never guessed that. I would have told you maybe a couple of months. And 4 at most.
Maybe, I think, again, to give it one thing I keep thinking about, like, this is pretty early on in Sanderson's writing career of Cosmere stuff, because we got the Elantris and then we got these 3. And then he's like really cranking these 3 out to get to like his next thing. So we're getting early Cosmere. And the reason why we feel that we can feel the tangible improvement between 2 and 3.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And there was like a weird shift. 1 and then 2, he was like trying stuff. And then 3, he's like, okay, boom, boom, we've got it now. And then 3, it really starts to pick up. And that's why Stormlight feels good, because Stormlight's post 3.
Post 3.
And then that's why everyone talks about Mistborn Era 2 so highly. And I'm now realizing no one ever really talks about early Mistborn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then no one really talks about Elantris.
No, you're right, actually. Fuck.
So it's, as he's gotten better, but then as he's fallen off, people haven't been talking about a lot of the newer stuff until like Tress and Winter, whatever, Winds of December, whatever that new one that everyone,
Winds of December or whatever it was.
That everyone's really fucking hyped for. So like these new ones, now he's like getting back into the groove. So we're seeing these ebbs and flows of the skill and the system at play within the writing and the editing. We've talked about this before. But for me, this was his first big swing at like, I think this is like pointing out the big flaw in the way he does this. Where if we had been able to see it, we would have been able to deduce whether this change was because of the haggering of time, in him having to be more brutal, in him being forced to become this thing that he hates, versus like it changed him immediately. And then now he was just a lot more rough and gruff and willing to do. The issue is that like, if Elend was the same character, if he would never become this. This person who he is, the character that Elend is right now, would never happen if it was the same character. But we don't. So but then here's the thing. Does that not lend to his soul being permanently changed? That when the thing went in. But then they've done a shit job of telegraphing that.
Yeah.
And it just feels like, oh, now he's an asshole. And then eventually it'll be like, oh, it was because of this. But it's like, we don't know, because this is just how he does things.
Yeah.
Right? Because then does this not feel, to keep this as spoiler free as possible, I'm going to keep it vague. Don't use names. Does this not feel very similar to what happened with the Sunlit Man? Where all of a sudden we see these characters that we've seen before, and they're just fundamentally different. And we have no idea what's caused it. And it creates like a haze confusion that's supposed to usually resolve in a satisfying emotion. But this and the Sunlit Man both just felt kind of shitty, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. That's what I'm feeling, that this is the first time we're seeing that symptom in place. So I choose to have faith. I'm going to choose to believe that it's a thing he's keeping in his pocket and will be addressed, because it gets addressed a little bit. Say, like, Vin's like, I miss who he was. He's like a different guy now.
A different person now. Yeah.
But they really don't explain how or why beyond why. It's like both are equally valid in this way, right? Especially as we keep seeing, we've literally the first mention of the term sliver, right? Which we've now been using and saying recently.
Sliver of infinity.
So would it not then be fair to say that Elend is now also a sliver?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Thoughts?
I don't know. A part of me is also like, I feel like Elend is where he is right now is where he was headed anyway. Because I think at some point he would have had to realize that his ideals aren't working out for him the way that he wants to. Where he says to Vin, I think at some point, in one of the chapters after they fight the Colas, I think, or he thinks it to himself or something. I don't know. Where it's like his ideals, like his kingdom needed more than just a young man with bright ideas or something, or just more than bright ideas.
It's like, but I think it makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes sense. I think he was headed there anyways. But I also think if we had seen that development from him, it wouldn't be as jarring. The change wouldn't be so sudden and so strange, because it is weird to see him like this all of a sudden, like with no warning, with no like easing us into his thought process of where he got from this, or from no, they should have the right to choose, to no, I'm conquering you.
I just feel like the core of who Elend was being an idealist.
Yeah.
That is what his character was. And again, that has just fundamentally changed.
Yeah.
And for me, the one thing that gets me is it feels like it kind of makes the ending of 2 meaningless. There's a whole moment where Vin shows up and puts Set in his fucking place, is like, get on your fucking knees, bend the goddamn knee to my husband, or I'm gonna kill you. And Set literally looks at the camera and is like, Elend wouldn't like that. And she's like, yeah, but he's not here. And then now at the start of book 1, he's just like, nah, I would be okay with that now.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I don't know. Like, and it invalidates the ending in a huge way to me. It's like, what was the point?
I feel you.
What was the point of that ending now?
I feel like he is also like, when they talk, I think because they talk about this as well, it's like, oh, a year, like, I don't think she says a year ago, but the old you would have never like forced them to, would have let them vote on it. And he's like, yeah, well.
And he's like, yeah, I suck now.
It's not what they need right now. But I feel like with the levity of the situation that's going on, I kind of get it. I kind of get where he is at the minute. And again, I think if I had seen, or if we'd seen that process of him still trying to cling on to his ideals while the world is going to ending, as everyone seems to be saying, as the world is ending, and him then having to make more and more compromises and eventually getting to the point where he is now. Again, it would have been a lot less jarring.
I think poignantly, the difference between your perspective and mine is Sanderson thinks that's what book 2 was. Sanderson thinks that is enough to convince you that this is where he is now.
Like now.
And now the time gap was just him getting to here. And the decision, the thing that happened, was book 2. And now, so it's like the ending of basically for me, the entirety of book 2 is meaningless. Book 2 didn't need to happen, and the only thing you need to know was the last part of book 2. That the rest of it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
None of
Yeah,
it
I get
matters
that.
at all. None of Ellen's character development matters, and him maintaining his idealism throughout the entirety of the book and ending with the book of him still being an idealist. And then we're just at the start of this, and now we're just basically what happened was this is what I'll call right now is that Sanderson wanted Ellen to be the idealist king and Vin to be the evil assassin, like making things happen in the background. He couldn't make it happen, so he made Ellen an asshole. He just removed the idealism from it, because that's what it was set up to, was that it would be this two-part thing where Ellen would be the good and Vin would be the dark.
The bad.
And now that's just gone now.
This whole bad now.
Yeah, so why the fuck is Vin calling herself the knife of the Emperor? He's also a knife.
Yeah, they're the Empire is double wielding.
What are you saying? Do you see why I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? To me, this version of Ellen makes sense. It tracks. But it's not good. This doesn't feel good. You know what it is? It doesn't feel good. He doesn't feel good as a protagonist the way his father didn't feel good as an antagonist.
As an antagonist. That's fair.
And you know what? Apple don't fall far. You know what? Like, dude, I never liked Ellen, and I've never been more validated. That's how I feel right now.
That's fair. I think it does kind of boil down to I like Ellen and you don't.
So you're giving him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, fuck this guy.
And you're like, no, fuck that.
So
which is great. I think I'm glad that we have both of the perspective on this podcast.
It's what we need, right? And again, it's the same thing with Adolin. It's this like we'll always have this. Luckily, is that you? Because you know what it is, and I'll fully.
Boys.
I'll also fully.
They're pretty boys.
I'll fully call myself out on this.
Yeah.
I really started to realize it with Ellen. It's because he has power and he wields it like an asshole. He has power and he's like, I know better than you, so listen to me. And again, he's become this thing that he hated. And the thing that I loved about Ellen was that he was that kind of person that would look at the people with these powers and be like, fuck you, be good, be a good guy. And now he's like, nope, actually, I'm an asshole too now, fuck you. And like, okay, cool. So we're just gonna throw away. So, and I was telling Beth about this. It's literally like he kept all of the worst parts of him and moved on, which lends itself to being ruined, permanently changing him. Right? Like like all of it builds up to that being a core concept. And I'll say this, if that is it, then I'm good. I'll be okay. And this emotion is intentional. The frustration I'm feeling about Ellen, because for me, I also love Ellen. Truthfully, in my heart, I love Ellen, and this is not my fucking Ellen Venture. This is Donald J. Trump as Ellen Venture.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm gonna take all of this facility. You're gonna come with me. You're gonna come with me back to Luthadel. Cell will take care of you. He'll take care of you. We'll put you up in a little house. Your little shacks here. They're not too nice.
Was he blonde? Ellen's
no,
blonde, right?
dark hair.
Oh. I don't know why I always imagine this is, to me, because to me, Kelsier is dark haired and Ellen is blonde. Ellen just has blonde vibes.
He does. What I mean? I'll give you that. He does have blonde vibes. He does. Ellen feels like he should also look like Guile from Street Fighter in my mind. I will give you that. But no, it's the juxtaposition, the white with the blacks, kind of slicked back.
Black, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not like Wit with a shaved bald. It's like he keeps it black and slicked back.
Ollie.
What?
We're not having this
argument. No? What, did I say something?
No.
Did I say something weird?
You did.
What? You got a problem?
He's not bald.
No.
Problem?
Not a believer. Problem?
Bald
like your ass, bro. You and Wit like this. Bald buddies.
Problem? No.
Oh, but okay.
Yeah.
I think I got my Ellen hate out of my system. I needed that.
Okay.
I
Okay. I'm glad to hear it.
Dude, when I tell you maybe 3/4 of my notes are like paragraphs of me being like, what are we doing? What's going on? I'm not joking. Bricks of text. Bricks of text.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, oh, you know,
I know and believe you.
the last one I'll say. They reintroduce Ellen Venture like he is a brand new character you've never heard of before.
Yes.
And they don't do it for a single other member of the crew.
Oh my god.
Everyone else is just like, and then there's Vin, and then there's Breeze, and then there's Sazed, and then there's Tensoon. We'll get to that. And then they're like, yes, Ellen Venture, coolest guy in the world. And you're like, okay, dude, what are we... But okay.
It's because his character has changed so much that we wouldn't recognize him.
Yeah, likely, right? That's probably Exhibit A. Second thought, right?
Yeah.
If we know via Michael Kramer and meta knowledge that Sazed is the hero of ages and he's the one speaking from these epigraphs, probably after the book, right? From what we're understanding.
More like...
where was I going with this? Brain. I lost it. Sazed book. What the fuck was I just saying?
About the him voicing. I imagined about him voicing Ellen differently.
Yes. They're building Ellen up in such a big way. They're putting him up on this pedestal, right? So
he's the strongest Mistborn ever.
And they're really trying, but so now it's like, I think what he wants us to be is like, is the hero of ages Vin or is the hero of ages Ellen?
Yeah, it's a false breadcrumb, but
there's no way, especially with like, go please. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Go.
I think that maybe he's thinking about it because there's like probably a significant chunk of time, at least a year, I reckon, between the release of these books. So people aren't binging, like, potentially this isn't written with people like reading or listening to this back to back to back in mind. Potentially, he's not thinking about the fact that people might pick up on, say, this little quirks.
I was about to argue the exact opposite point.
That's hilarious.
Brandon Sanderson co-wrote The Wheel of Time for a period of time after that author just needed to step away for a bit. That is one of the most nitpicked, detail-oriented community bases on the planet. Brandon Sanderson, before and as he was writing this, was working on that. If you don't think he put the words "I think" in that way, not knowing hundreds of thousands of his readers would instantly look at that and know, I think you're on crack cocaine. That's me. That's where I'm at. I am being over exuberant because we're on camera, but think about the types of people who are reading the third book of this series.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? That's me. But I could very much see your point. Absolutely.
Yeah. It could. Yeah, I don't know. It could be a Yeah. In any case, you know.
Because think about this: if all you have is "I think," and you're just pointing at it like, there it is, there it is. Someone like me would be like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you talking about? That doesn't make it Sazed. But now it's like we have that, we have Michael Kramer, and then we have the confirmation. But it's like, it's so clearly him. It's so
clearly Sazed. It is.
Especially when they give the epigraph and then him in the passage, it feels the same.
It's the same like not cadence, but the same voice. You know, the voice of the character.
Yes, absolutely. But I desperately wanted to talk about Tensoon.
I need to talk about Tensoon. Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god, I was going insane.
Please take us.
First of all, loving these parallel plots. This is one of my notes. I love these parallel plots already. Oh my god. imprisoned
peak.
for a year.
The peak jumping back and forth.
Just imprisoned for a year. After going back willingly, which props to him. I would have never done that. Would have been like, yep, and I'm with Vin now forever. What are they gonna do?
Well,
Come for us?
I've started to pick up on. I've talked to you about this. Authors like Brandon Sanderson and Oda, really do just keep running the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, does this not remind you?
So right.
Does this not storyline remind you of a certain igneous character from another book series that we've read?
Yeah.
Sort of a metamorphosizing journey that this character is going on. Am I being heavy-handed enough?
Yeah.
So, like, it literally is just the same thing. It's just the same thing again. This dude has 5 plots. That's all he does. He just keeps running them back. Guy wants to kill himself really bad, but can't. Girl is sad because parents are dead. Like, there's only hot guy who's actually upset. Like, he's only got so many old man who's secretly either good or bad but good, or good but bad, either or. So you could either count that as 1 or 2, whatever you want to do there. You know what I mean? He's only got old ladies actually capable. There's another one. Loves going to that one. But again, it's these are writing tropes.
Yeah.
What's wrong with having a trope and calling back to it?
His tropes, Ollie. The way I'm handling my microphone at the minute, I'm holding it like it's a baby. It's just
you need to take care of it. Ollie. You need to care it. You need to take care of it. Like because it's Tensoon. That's Tensoon in your arms.
It is my Tensoon.
Dude,
Ollie.
the acid, the scene with the acid, and he like forms a mouth as he's dissolving.
Like,
oh. Dude,
again, I actually muted myself. Just, oh my
genuinely,
god.
Pete Sanderson. I genuinely think one of the best descriptions, like it rivals book 4, full spoilers, book 4 Navani making the thing, the
bond.
Making or not even making the bond, dude, making the war light or whatever it was, when she fused the two together with Raboniel.
The rhythm.
Yeah, dude, like that's one of the cool, holy shit. One of the coolest sequences I've ever heard described.
My God. I love the insight we get into Condor Society.
Dude, oh my God. The perspective, all of it, the whole journey, how they perceive themselves and the world, and then their cultural dynamics with the true bodies.
Incredible. You know, the cinema. Can't wait for this to see this other cinema. Pure cinema. I am dying to see how they're gonna because if they cut this out,
there's no shot. No,
cannibalism about it.
I definitely think this is what I wanted to well, no, I gotta save that for spoiler section because of greater pacing things. I know I just did a huge spoiler there, but there's so many things that are very important to the Cosmere going on.
Yeah.
And then there's things going on important to Mistborn going on. Sanderson, I think, for Apple, only cares about the Cosmere stuff. That's my big thought theory right now.
For the cinematic universe.
Right? So things like the Khandra are gonna be so important, this stuff ain't going nowhere. I promise that.
Should hope so.
I promise that.
Hope so.
Everything with the fucking the Inquisitors, we're gonna get all of that. We're getting all of that.
So important.
Like, dude, think about how crazy these last chapters have been. Just because we've read Stormlight 4 and 5, Stormlight 5 specifically, right? Like it completely blows this open in such a crazy way of how important everything being talked about is.
Oh,
The way, again, it's the way it all ties together. That's the really beautiful part of it, right? Dude, when I tell you, when I started Warbreaker, I got like 2 paragraphs in and had to stop because of how much it was rattling my brain.
You did say.
Dude,
you did say.
I still think about it sometimes. The 2 paragraphs I listen to, I think about sometimes. I'm not ready for it. And I feel like this book, I feel like has so much of that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's... Yeah, I'm so excited to see where the Condra plotline is going. Oh my god, it's actually so important to me where the Condra plotline is going. Oh, because I'm also kind of thinking about this because often I think ahead a little bit. What are the Condra going to be in the next saga of Mistborn, in the next trilogy? What's gonna happen to them in the future? I think about that.
That's the big thing, right? Because we have no frame of reference for how and why anything that we know happens. Right?
I think about that all the time. I'm like, I think about the next trilogy of books for Mistborn. I'm like, how is this all gonna translate into the future?
I did read a vaguely frustrating thing about the reading order. Apparently, although the novellas take place between the 2 trilogies, you should save it for after the second book of the second trilogy, because apparently there's spoilers for that book. So we'll have to pick if we want to go get our answers for a certain character in that book before and get those spoilers and risk just getting that, because we do love having a little bit of pre-knowledge. We like it. It makes the Cosmere feel a little better. For me, I'm a firm believer with things this long, like One Piece, like Sandy, you need a little bit.
You need a little bit.
Just a little
bit of knowledge.
But you need someone to know what to spoil to make it better. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it just ruins it. It puts a bad taste. So we'll figure that out. Oh,
I accidentally muted myself. You didn't hear my joke. It was really sad. I was like, oh, ruin.
God damn it. That is, I need you to know that's a Dileo level. Like, hold on, I need to unmute so I can get this joke out. Ruined.
It's
that's good. No, that is good.
Slightly tangentially, because no, very tangentially, not just slightly. My D&D character in my Saturday campaign is a reborn whose name is Lost.
Yeah,
and I feel like what we're about to get into with every time we say ruin out of context of the the shard being the god ruin is gonna be that level of joke. Because I get the amount of times I get like oh, you seem lost, or you might get lost, or you lost this, or I'm gonna lose something. The amount of times I get jokes like that thrown at me is disproportionate to this time I spent with these people on a weekly basis.
I mean, they got to get it in. You know what I mean? You're only there for so long.
Specifically, and I know he's never gonna see this. This guy named Adam, who's the same guy who's the same guy who got me to play Overwatch again, loves making these jokes. Loves making them. Is the prime dealer of lost jokes, and I hate him for it, kind of, but also not. But like, also every time he makes them, I want to do terrible things to him in Minecraft.
So you're like an undead character named Lost.
Yeah, reborn named Lost. He doesn't remember his name, but he got told.
I believe I think that's a Binding of Isaac character.
I don't give a shit.
It's a good character. He's a really fun. It's a challenge run. It's fun.
I've not played that much enough Binding the Isaac.
I've not played it. I've watched it. I don't like roguelikes enough. I can't tolerate roguelikes enough to get
I'm
that
not
good
deep
at
enough
them.
in the Isaac lore to know about that.
I just know it's the
Yeah.
one shot one. It's the one that you go and you get flight and you can get one shot and you're called the Lost.
Right.
But you're like a ghost version of Isaac or something like that. I don't know.
No,
I think roguelikes are overrated. I'll just throw that out there to start a fire if
that's
anyone ever
fair.
sees this. I like roguelikes. I think they're overrated.
That's fair. I was just gonna say it's gonna be with me at least every time. Please be aware every time you say the word ruin out of separate from the god ruin, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be here giggling.
Dude, you want to talk about I know we gotta save it for spoilers. How about this? Is there anything else we wanted to talk about before we move to like spoilers?
Yeah, actually I do want to say Ellen being like he preferred like the mental elemency, like soothing and rioting. I was like, that's a man after Breeze's own heart. I was like, that's great. This is great that he that. And then just say chapter 4, the epigraph, where it was like, yeah, and Rashik just moved the planet. I was like, yeah, no big deal. You just moved the fucking planet.
One of the big things I wanted to talk about was picking apart those epigraphs, and I wanted to do that in the spoiler corner.
Yeah. So it was, and then Sazed is there, and I kind of we need to talk about. Actually, I do need to dive into chapter 4 a little bit because I like the moment that Breeze and Sazed had with the First of all, I'm absolutely hilarious that Sazed is picking apart these religions and then writes a note down. It's like, no, it contradicts itself. I have this written down as I love Sazed just going full atheist and
Sazed has become a Reddit atheist for himself.
Yeah,
Sazed is picking apart his own shit.
Yeah, writes down I quote is writes down obviously bullshit. It's so fucking funny
Garbage.
to me. He's like,
fucking stupid idiots.
Fucking stupid idiot contradicts himself. It was like that's so funny.
Breeze is so like, are you okay? And he's just sitting there, fucking mascara running down his face. Oh yeah, another callback to Sanderson's absolutely horrific goddamn time skip. When again at the end of book 2, it was a whole setup of it'll be a wonder if Breeze will get out of this, and then Breeze was like, yeah, you remember when you pulled me out of that stump? Wasn't that awesome? You're such a cool guy, Sazed. You're like, yeah, what are we doing, man?
What are we doing?
It's clearly such a poignant setup for something that was just abandoned. So this is a fucking Sanderson classic. What he's about to do with fucking clubs is just throwing away something he doesn't feel like working on. And he's like, no, that's fine. I'll just change it and make it different now because it's not as convenient. It doesn't fit the outline clean enough.
Absolutely.
Like, oh my God. Because you know what it is? You know what pisses me off? He wants to have his cake and eat it too. That's what gets me.
Yep.
He wants to act like all holier than thou. And you know what else? He says he's Sazed. Sanderson, you got to remember that as we talk about Sazed. Sanderson says the person he thinks he is the most like is Sazed.
Yeah. I was like, this is that's so I don't know if I have the note somewhere. If I'm like that, it's crazy that a Mormon is writing this.
It's so crazy because you know what it is at the end, because you know what it is. Here's the big thing, Tavis, that we know. Spoiler drawer time, opening it up. We know that at the end of this, there is a right answer and there is a God. And Sanderson has that written and baked in, that all of the self-doubt that he's experiencing doesn't matter because from that perspective, he doesn't know the big thing going on. So Brandon Sanderson is the type of Mormon that believes that because he believes, that makes it real. There doesn't need, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the whole thing, is that it's impossible to know. It's about faith. because the reality is there's a sky god that was shattered into 16 pieces. And even if we don't know that, even if God is dead, there was a God, and that makes me right and valid. It's like, I got news for you, buddy. There is no God in that world and in this one. God's dead. Like, it's just how it is. And he wrote a world where God's dead and refuses to accept God is dead in the real one. There's some irony.
Mainly, mainly I wanted to talk about in this. I don't know. Sorry, in this chapter, there's this bit with the two of them, the bit, quote unquote, where Sazed says to Breeze that I know you're a good man. You worked very hard to hide it. And then, Breeze
turns it around on
Breeze
him.
Breeze says to Sazed, being an atheist doesn't suit you. And I just had this, like, there's this bit that's been going around or not this bit, but like very popular lately on the internet that has been, to be loved is to be seen. And to be loved is to be known, and these two know each other. And I was like, this is really sweet that they're both like I know the deeper you, and I know that you know, in Breeze's case, I know that, or says it to Breeze, I know that you're a good man, even though you've really worked to hide it, and that you're not as awful as you make yourself seem, and that Breeze, for says it, knows like atheism isn't for you, and that eventually you're gonna come around to something again, and I know you're gonna like it's gonna get better. Even if, you know, it hurts right now, you're gonna be better. And I don't know. I like that.
It's a little brotherly between them, isn't it? It's a little brotherly, isn't it, Holly? It's very much. It reminds me of what I always wish. What I always wanted. The best moments, the few that I had, the best moments with my brother were always those moments of like really understanding that I know what you have gone through. You can't fucking lie to me. I know you too well, you stupid idiot. Like, what are you trying to do here? Like, those were always the best moments. And I think we're gonna keep. I loved that moment so much. The back and forth, the calling out. Both between of them getting a little spicy because they're both jabbing at each other. You know what I mean? It's weird to feel love in this very tense moment, but you're not incorrect. You're not. It is very, very true.
Yeah, I just thought that was really sweet. Other than that,
I felt very sniped by a line, or not a line, but just a realization I had, or as Sazed was explaining to Breeze. I don't want to preach something that I don't 100% know for sure is correct and I believe in. I was preaching these things because I believed in all of them because I wasn't thinking about it. But now I'm thinking about it and I realize I'm a fool. That, as a reminder for you, I was studying to be a pastor.
Yeah, to be a pastor. Yeah, I do recall that.
So this felt like I appreciate you going back because I actually forgot I took this note where I was talking about like that felt like such a crazy snipe that unfortunately for me, I feel a very deep kinship to Sazed as well, which maybe that's why I'm not a big fan of Sandy, because I also see myself in this fucking character, and I'm a fat white guy. Maybe that's why. I can admit it. I have issues with people in power and people with things. And especially people who are flagrantly religious, who are capable of speaking and conceptualizing religion in this way, and then without a drop of irony, like continue to be religious.
Yeah, it is. Again, I do have in that very, like, in that chapter is like interesting that was written by a Mormon. It's like, that's, and then again, every time I forget it all the time because Sazed it is just not like Brandon Sanderson, but like I forget it all the time that Sanderson says that he sees this himself the most and says it, and I'm like, yeah, are we sure about that? They're talking about the same season.
This is the thing about Mormons that I will be very overgeneralizing here, but is true about every single Mormon I've ever met personally. Is a deep self-righteousness and assumption that they know something that you don't. to every single one of them.
I believe it. I believe it immediately.
And again, this is a thing that's kind of inherent to a lot of religious people, but like especially as Mormons, there's like this arrogance to the knowledge of like at all times they're singing to themselves in their heads, I know something you don't. I know something you can never. Like, I'm so for real. I'm so for real. That could be their anthem. Like that, and that is next time you watch Brandon Sanderson speak about anything, just think that. Just think about, is he singing that in his head right now as he's speaking? And every single time you'll look at his smug little face, and I love this guy. I love everything he makes. I hate him. I hate him so much.
Do you know that that's Skull and I were talking about it today? That's how I feel about Oda.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Really.
I'm so
curious. Look at the way that man writes women.
I mean, you're not incorrect, but there is also a way that he writes women that I can speak to the females in my life, the women in my life that have the females and the women, actually, the other females and women in my life who have experienced and watched One Piece, that there is an inherent objectification. It's a Japanese piece of media that is like gross and uncomfortable, but there is also lots of moments of like deep empowerment that is flagrantly absent from a lot of other media in that same category.
I will definitely dive in deeper
after pod. We'll just turn off and turn it back on and do a One Piece pod right after. the piece. A One Piece book club.
The one.
The one. Everyone's like, I thought this was a coding podcast. Like, get the fuck out of here, nerds. We're talking about One Piece. No, okay. Hold on. Left turn. Yeah. Back to Cosmere. Okay.
Anyway, but I just enjoyed that moment. It's also
Fire.
I think this is the moment where I'm admitting to myself that Breeze is just my favorite character.
Yeah.
In this series period. That's just what it is. Yeah, he's just my favorite character.
Gotta give it this. Wasn't mad that he was okay. Wasn't upset that he was all right. Like I'm much happier that he's just cool now. He's just back and he's cool and Breeze is back again. But again, it is also kind of like, damn, whoo, wasn't that crazy? Anyways, like, okay.
That's just what he's like. He's just like, oh, wasn't that just insane? Anyway, my good man, I love him so much.
No, it's very good.
Breeze more than anything.
I also love he
do.
spent like a full paragraph talking about Breeze getting thick again. He spent a lot of time on Breeze and his thick, rotund body. He was describing him the way some of these announcers describe the sumo wrestlers when they're coming out. Like, I swear to God, sometimes I think they don't like them. The way they describe them is like him and his short, rotund arms. You're like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell? What did he do to you? Did he like fuck your wife? What happened?
Did you fuck your wife?
No, I think my personal favorite moment was Tensoon and the council like being presented. The deep dive into the generations, and they choose from mist wraiths. They just pluck mist wraiths apparently to evolve, and they have their way. Also, did you catch the blessings or spikes?
Yes, I did catch that. I did. Oh.
So they're using hemalurgy too? Is that what it was called? Hema something?
I think so. Yeah,
oh, dude.
Hemalurgy. And the bodies.
The true bodies.
The generations and now that the father is gone in the first contract, I'm like, oh my god, I'm insane. I'm so
here's
so cool.
Some math for you, by the way. Just the generation map. We don't know how long generations are. So the guy he was talking to was a 5th generation, I believe.
I think so.
Tensoon was 200 years older than him, and he was a 3rd generation.
3rd generation, yeah.
So we can assume, well, it was every 100 years. Maybe it is every 100 years. They're having a new generation.
Yep.
Ish. So that means Tensoon is over 1,000 years old, if that is the case.
Yes. I got you right. Holy shit.
Over 1,000 years old because he has this blessing of presence.
Yes.
I believe is what it was called. So somewhere in there, there's some metal. He's just got some metal.
He does.
He's just got some in there.
He got some metal.
He just
in
got
there.
some in there. Okay. I'm gonna take us to the spoiler corner now. Everyone,
Please
if you're
do.
not,
Please do.
we've already spoiled some things. I'm so sorry you tasted that sake lettuce. If you've come this far, thank you so much for joining us. If you're still watching, why? How did you get here? Regardless, thank you so much for joining us.
Are you interested in our One Piece podcast?
Let us know in the comments. But the fucking parallels. There was a line in here where it was when he began to perceive, when he gave himself eyes, he felt more real.
Yes. Yes. Keep talking.
Very similar. Again, we've kind of already cracked this egg open, but just revisiting the similarities between the Khandra and the Spren as concepts.
Yeah.
So the way that Spren are able to perceive more, they become more real, less like this like conceptual thing and more like a person with being and presence and consciousness, right?
Yeah.
So again, the recipe that we see, we've got creature invented and made of investiture.
Yeah.
Right? And again, they don't have brains, apparently.
Not as humans do. No.
No, Khandra do not have brains.
Yeah.
They just
not as humans do.
are able to think.
Yeah.
Weird. Spren, same deal.
Spren. Yeah.
So just didn't. God, what does a Khandra look like in the cognitive realm?
Fuck, what does a Khandra look like in the cognitive realm?
That's gotta get addressed somewhere. That's maybe not. No, because Stormlight, I think, is maybe the only place that really no, because there's a one shot that where they actually talk about the realms that I told you about last time. I can't remember what the name of it was, but we found that.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay, dude, these fucking epigraphs.
Yeah.
I wrote them all down for us.
Please.
So, just to go through, just to read it verbatim again for us, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, go on.
I'll read it in what I believe is all of Sazed, because if I understand correctly, it sounded like chapter 7 was not Sazed. But we can discuss that later in a moment.
Yeah.
So, I am unfortunately the hero of ages. Holding the power did strange things to my mind. In just a few moments, I became familiar with the power itself, with its history and with the ways it might be used. Yet this knowledge was different from experience, or even the ability to use that power. For instance, I knew how to move a planet in the sky, yet I didn't know where to place it, so that it would be too close or too far from the sun. In some ways, having such power was too overwhelming, I think. This was a power that would take millennia to understand. Remaking the world would have been easy, had one have been familiar with the power. Yet I realized the danger inherent to my ignorance. Like a child suddenly given awesome strength, I could have pushed too hard and left the world a broken toy I could never repair. This is actually what happened to Rashik, I believe. He pushed too hard. He tried to burn away the mists by moving the planet closer to the sun. But he moved it too far, making the world far too hot for the people who inhabited it. The ash mounts were his solution to this. He had learned that shoving a planet around required too much precision, so instead he caused the mountains to erupt, spewing ash and smoke into the air. The thicker atmosphere made the world cooler and turned the sun red. Each time Rashik tried to fix things, he made them worse. He had to change the world's plants to make them able to survive in the new harsh environment. Yet that change left the plants less nutritious to mankind. Indeed, the falling ash would make men sick, causing them to cough like those who spent too long mining beneath the earth. And so Rashik changed mankind itself as well, altering them so that they could survive. Rashik soon found a balance in the changes he made to the world, which was fortunate as his power burned away quite quickly. Though the power he held felt immense to him, it was truly only a tiny fraction of something much greater. Of course, he did end up naming himself the Sliver of Infinity in his religion. Perhaps he understood more than I gave him credit for. Either way, we would have to thank him for a world without flowers, where plants grew brown rather than green, and where people could survive in an environment where ash fell from the sky on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I'm going to reread that last sentence. And where people could survive in an environment where ash fell from the sky. Sound familiar?
Yeah, I've heard that one
What
before.
the fuck, Sandy? Why are you putting shit for the end of Stormlight 3 in Mistborn Epigraph 6? What are we doing?
Fuck. God, I'm so insane.
He's showing Hole for a book he's writing in 4 years. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Dude.
Not good. Not well.
That dude, when I lost my shit at work when I heard that. I was losing it.
No, it's, oh my God.
So, here's my question for you.
Yeah, ask me.
Rashik changed humans,
He did.
right? That's probably what the Koloss are.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are there humans?
Because they were already there.
They were just turned into Koloss.
No.
He changed the humans. Unless, was it just allomancy? But then allomancy doesn't like let you eat for long periods of time. Or is it not Koloss?
Sure. I'm not sure it was Koloss.
Because Koloss are humans but super fucked up and weird.
I think
Does that not then pertain to, remember, every time Rashik tried to change something, he made it worse? This is where I'm like very evolution or like religious person pilled right now, like arguing evolution is like, if humans came from monkeys, why are there still monkeys? Like, that's kind of where I'm at right now mentally, just to be clear. I know, but I am a little like, if he changed people, why are there still people?
I think he changed the people that were already there that are still the humans now. I think whatever he did is not specifically the Koloss. I think he created the Koloss separately.
After? You think he did that later?
After his to be his army.
So you think it was just you think it was the allomancy was the change? Which
I think so. I think it was something
sense.
Adjacent to that.
It makes sense because then where'd the metal come from?
Yeah.
Right. Where'd all the metal start getting into this? I guess because he was a terraceman, so he made the power out of metals. But so then because that power was already in the terrace people from preservation.
I think whatever he did was like more of I guess on a biological level with the humans, and then he was like, oh, and I need spies because he created the Conrad and the Mispraise because they're like, and the father is gone now. The father, Rashik, the Lord Ruler, who created them and then also made the contract. Yeah,
and the first
made the contract, and then made either at the same time or like after one another made the Koloss as his army to potentially take over, use the Koloss to take over the world, and then just have them as a backup army. Because he was like, oh, there might be uprisings. There will be uprisings. There were uprisings.
Make them with the power since he was still holding it.
With the power.
So because he no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. But then, oh God, where did he make them from? What are they made of? How do they exist? Were those people and now they're just breeding? How are they breeding? We don't see females. Because maybe they're all we don't know. I have no idea.
We don't know. No, like they could have been people. I'm pretty positive to the idea that they maybe were people. and that he just
changed them.
changed them, just did that to a bunch of humans.
So, allomancy, metal. Fuck, I had something. So yeah, he made allomancy in the like the vision of I always forget what it's called. The terrorist people. Feruchemy. Thank you. Like in the vision of Feruchemy, but then introduced ATM like as a concept in the planet.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe yeah.
Oh wait, so did he maybe destroy everything and rebuild it? Did he? Rashik tried and failed?
Yeah.
So Rashik, after fucking everything up, is like, okay, this is kind of stable. Now let's just boop boop. And now there's cool new metals.
But maybe potentially. Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
I remember what it was now. So if he made allomancers by making these little beads and giving them to people, and now we know allomancy, like feruchemy, is done through blood. It's just lineage based, right?
Yeah.
Would it not make sense that the first generations were stronger and it's been slowly getting weaker as the blood thins out?
Yeah, actually, and that would make sense why Elend is such a stronger Allomancer as well, because he has that. And because he swallowed that quote unquote first generation.
Yes, if that we could assume that's what that was, right?
Yeah. God.
Oh, dude. So, the Shard War. We've got a lot of stuff going on now.
Yeah.
So, we know a couple things.
Yeah.
Shards can't affect your mind directly.
Yeah.
But if your mind goes somewhere else or you're storing memories somewhere else, they can be.
They can do that. Yeah.
So here's my question for you, because I need help to keep my theory alive.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on when Dalinar was having those visions?
Ooh.
Is he like going to the spiritual realm? Because there's like things are being manifested. Is he like mentally viewing that realm?
Ooh.
Is cultivation like, or is like, so if it's in his mind, that means there is spiritual realm in his mind, which means it could just be the spiritual realm and he's perceiving it, or it like could be him viewing it, or it could be like him straight up astrally projecting the way, like he could have been going there, but we know he wasn't. His body stayed.
Yeah. It's
what do you think?
We also know that it was during the storm.
Yes.
And that the Storm Father was doing this.
Yes.
So, The
Stormfather was sending vision. So, does that mean not all shards play by the same rules? That Ruin can't fuck with your mind, but Honor and Odium can. Because we've seen them.
Yeah.
Odium's whole bag is openly manipulating people's minds.
No, I think it would make sense if that's maybe the case as well, because the shards holding different like aspects of Adel Nauseam, it's maybe no, I need to figure out how to articulate this because I have I have something in my mind.
It's so tough.
So because Honor and Odium, like Honor and hate in that way, are something more internal to yourself. And that's maybe why they can affect your thoughts. And Ruin and Preservation are more of like an external thing. Worldly things. That's why I don't know if Preservation can do this or not. This is just me spitballing.
Well, I mean, we heard her talk in someone's mind. We heard her talk in someone's mind.
Yeah, in someone's mind.
We know that much. Or sorry, him. Yeah, right? We can see Preservation now. We see art.
Oh yeah, wait.
think preservation was kind of like a
Wait.
olive skinned is the white card.
Me.
The shards of creation again. Images.
Oh yeah, him.
Yes.
Or is that? It's not.
Yeah, no, that's preservation. The white card is preservation.
Oh yeah, him.
Or
I don't know why I thought preservation was a woman.
Or
this is Caesar.
is that Sazin? I just thought about that.
Caesar?
My man's got neck. But he's not bald. He's not fully bald.
He's not fully bald. They. I'm just gonna go with they because we don't know.
Oh wait, yeah, because Odium. Look who Odium is, dude. Oh wait, no, no. That's Ray's. That's Ray's. Or not? Who was it? Not Ray's. What was his name before?
No, it is Ray. No, it's not
Ray's.
No, I think it's Ray's.
Is it Ray's? What's
I'm pretty sure it's Ray's.
No, because isn't it Ray's Moash's name?
No.
What's Moash's new name? Vire.
But yeah.
So I think it is Ray's.
Vire. Yeah.
Ray's.
Pretty sure it's Ray's.
Cosmere.
Yeah,
Ray's. Rayse. Yep. No, that is Ray's. That is Ray's. So I think that is the OG. I think these are all the OG holders.
Yeah. Preservations. I don't know why I thought preservation was a woman.
Maybe we just assumed it because
one more lady shards.
More lady shards. I feel like
for some reason to me there was the dichotomy of one of them's a man. One of them,
right. Like that felt assumed. I don't know. I think I was also there with you. Like I was also feeling that.
I feel. God, sorry. I'm looking at some of the other ones. Holy shit. Oh, crazy. Yeah. They. I'm just gonna say they. Where were we?
They. Cultivation. Talking about the shard.
Preservation.
Preservation. Thank you. Sorry, my brain was like, wait, no, I think we saw the picture. Now my brain's gone too. The ADHD is just wah!
Yeah, but to just kind of like look back, kind of try and look back around it.
Yes.
Yeah, preservation, but like preservation just spoke and says its mind, but didn't like directly affect it. And Ruin has also spoken in people's minds before. Zane.
But specifically, motherfucker had a spike.
Yeah, but says it also had his medals.
But they true. Oh, dude, so true.
Had his medals in him.
I think you just fucking sniped that. I think you fully just sniped that. That's exactly what, because that was a whole thing where they talked about it like being embedded, and then he had to get him removed.
Embedded him, and and Rune has also been talking to Vin as Reen for her earring.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers. So they can speak to you, but can't affect your mind because they're again more like these external sort of forces. Again, more to the world. So they can't affect your mind. But Odium and Honor, who are like hate and obviously the honor respectively, are more.
Mm-hmm.
That's more something for yourself.
And then if you do too much, they can sense it still. So then, okay, no. So the theory still holds then, because reason is a mental shard.
Yeah.
Reason is an internal, because now I think we're basically starting to see there's internal and external shards, which is interesting because harmony is kind of both.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, dude. Oh.
I'm really proud of myself for that, actually.
Oh, dude. Tavius, dude.
Yeah, what's up? Talk to me.
Zaysid said he needed more time to learn how to use the power.
Yes.
What did Dalinar give everybody? More time. They got like a good couple decades now, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, because you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna go back to Stormlight Navani's gonna be like a bad guy now, working for Odium as like a general, and so is
Not my queen.
Girly Pop daughter.
Yes, no.
Yeah, yes. Like they're both gonna be bad bitches just working for the enemy side. But so it's like basically we're gonna have to watch everyone try to figure out that the leaders at the top of Odium's army are all willing to betray him at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
And that like the biggest higher up, most like deeply ingrained people are all trapped by Odium. And so there's like how we're gonna have to figure all of this out. Yeah, retribution now, correct. Thank you. Oh dude. I want to play a game where everyone is shards, but I know we don't have people capable enough to do it.
No.
It'd be so fun. It'd be so fucking fun, dude.
It would be so cool.
Oh, was there anything else in the spoil section I really wanted to pick your brain about? Oh yeah, and then the chapter 7, the last thing. It just the dude's voice changed. Kramer's voice changed for the 7 epigraphs. Yeah. If you go back and listen to it, it sounded different. And then again, it like the tonality and the way things are being said is different again.
We have to sound insane to people who don't listen to the Cosmere or read.
Well, if they're watching this and they don't listen to the fucking Cosmere, they're already insane anyway. Like, why the fuck are they here?
Fair enough.
But so again, wait.
Ooh.
Oh, no, because this is Gigabrain. Maybe it's a formless. You remember the formless from?
I do remember the formless.
James just read Dawnbreaker, so he just experienced that, which is very funny. He's like, "What the fuck is this beetle thing?" I was like, "Finish it. It tells you a little bit."
Where's James in his Stormlight journey?
I believe he's working through Wind and Truth right now, and then like took a break to go, or I think he might have finished Wind and Truth. But he's pretty much done with Stormlight now.
Cool.
But so then because of the phrasing of it, I speak of as us. I speak of us as we, the group. Those of us who are trying to discover and defeat Ruin. So that is talking about a greater collective, but it sounds comfortable referring to itself as a collective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way it just like instantly flowy. It's okay referring to itself like this.
True.
Right?
Oh, no, you're so right. Oh,
perhaps my thoughts are now tainted, but I like to look back and see the sum of what we were doing as a single united assault. Though we were all involved in different processes and plans, we were one. That didn't stop the world from ending, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. One of my favorite epigraphs of all time right there.
Amazing. Yes, I love that one. I think also the most. That was really awesome.
That's fire.
It was just really good.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh,
that's not necessarily a
dude.
Bad thing.
We're so back.
Oh,
we're so back.
We're so back.
I'm so happy, dude.
I'm so excited.
Oh.
This is already like just turning out to be such a good book. Oh my god.
And dude, I am so happy we are actually here together right now. Like we're actually at the exact same point.
Like the exact same point. That's true. Because you also have
I'll actually even fully catch you up to Warbreaker, because I think I've talked about it a little bit, but just to like solidify the Warbreaker knowledge I know.
Yeah.
Every person has one breath of life in them at birth.
Yeah.
Humans have one BEU in them, breath equivalent unit.
Yeah.
Where what's his name is from, Azure and Xyle.
Yeah.
That world and planet has the knowledge of what a BEU is, and also this color magic where different colors give you different powers, the same way different metals give you different powers. Not equivalent, but similar.
Similar. Okay.
That's it. That's what I know. Oh, and then also specifically that Xyle
Mhm.
had a scrapingly small amount of breaths, and it was in the hundreds.
Oh wow.
He's like, I only have like 100 left. I'm gonna use 10 of it to make a little guy to help me. And like he like describing how he's using it and like how he doesn't have any colors to do anything with. And then we also know that because he sucks the fucking color out of the scarf when he's fighting Kaladin.
That's crazy actually.
So there's like light and color, and this is a very interesting thing about color, by the way, is the only thing that color is a change of perception. You're getting all the light all at the same time, but it's just light bouncing. So you're only getting a very select spectrum of light, which we know light is investiture. So that means all color. If all light is investiture, then all color is investiture.
Everything's investiture.
Light, color, breath, matter, energy.
No.
It's all investiture. Literally everything's investiture. It's all investiture. Oops, all investiture.
Oops, all investiture. in the house.
This has been the Archive Archive. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I am Vezin. With me, as always, has been my co-host.
As always, I have been the Pixel, because, as the famous The Lupin once said, everyone deserves the in front of their name. Put it in front of your name today. And _Pixel_X everywhere, most everywhere, because apparently the _Pixel is taken everywhere.
Goodbye!